Our joint research paper is finally ready for submission, Fair Frog. What a great collaboration between Swamp Institute and FAIR Labs. So, job done. I'm off home to the swamp now. See ya.
Hang on, Gator. There's one last thing. We need to put the raw data into a data repository. So, where is it?
The raw data. The raw data. There's the raw data in the Swamp Institute database, and there's the raw data from the memory sticks, which are somewhere in the swamp, probably.
But how about the raw data on the FAIR Labs shared server?
I think we've lost track of our data, Fair. All our team's work will be wasted.
Don't panic, Gator. We'll just have to look at all the metadata from every file.
Oh no. I don't like the sound of this.
The file name is only one metadata attribute. There's also the creation date and time, the author, and when the file was last updated.
Oh, why do we always end up getting so swamped?
I think we should compare notes with a researcher whose data hasn't been dredged up from the bottom of a swamp. No offence, Gator. Hello, Sara.
Hello.
We're getting a bit bogged down with our research data. Could you tell us about the data you're working with at the moment?
Yes, my research uses a huge database that derives from the Swedish National Cervical Screening Cohort. This cohort comprises around 500,000 women who are screened for human papillomavirus or cervical abnormalities to prevent cervical cancer.
I'm impressed. I'm sure that you would never lose your data like we did.
Well, don't be so sure of that. I suppose that all of us have made some mistakes in our lifetimes. I remember when I started my research career, I had only one project and very few samples. So instead of using the sample IDs that I was given, I decided to name them sample 1, sample 2, and sample 3 in my project 1. At the time, and it went really well because I could track everything at that time. But as the time went by, I got more projects, I was responsible for more things, I got more samples, and I kept writing project 2, sample 1, sample 2, and sample 3. And then there was a point that I had to go back and look for some data from a specific sample. And then when I was looking at my notebook, I couldn't see if this sample 2 belonged to project 1, project 2, project 3. I didn't know if it was a cancer tissue or a healthy tissue, if it came from liver, from heart, from the cervix. I couldn't tell anything, I couldn't track. So I had to repeat the experiment, which was a loss of money, loss of time, and I was very, very frustrated, I must say.
Yes, this sounds familiar.
And it sounds like there's no quick way of finding our lost data. What should we do for our next research project, Sara?
All the data objects have to have global unique identifiers. If we go back to my example with the sample numbers or sample IDs, each sample has a global unique identifier, a unique ID that refers to that sample. No other sample can have the same ID. And that ID, this global unique identifier, it has to persist over time. So if I do an experiment now with this sample, let's say sample 1 or ABCD to make it easy, and if I want to do another experiment in 5 years, then the name ABCD will remain the same.
That sounds great. Thanks for sharing. Here you are, Gator. I've written this down for you.
Thank you so much, Fair. That's very kind of you.
Sara's research data is easy to find because it's organised using FAIR principles. If you'd like to find out how fair your data is, you can use the FAIR Data Self-Assessment Service. It's an online questionnaire developed by the Human Exposome Assessment Platform project team to help researchers get the most out of their data and contribute to open science principles. Once you've completed it, you receive a FAIR data report that shows any areas that need further work.
That would have saved us quite a lot of time.
That's one thing we can agree on. See you in our next video.